Hello guys, I've got a bit of a different video for you today. So most of you, probably all of you, have heard about this whole fidget spinner craze that's been going on, and I like to fidget with things a lot, so I kind of like the idea. But before the fidget spinner, if you remember, it was the fidget cube just before that, and there was a Kickstarter for it that I signed up for way back last year before Christmas, and I got it. I even got the Kickstarter edition, and it didn't really do it for me. The fidget spinner started going crazy on the internet, and I kind of waited for it to die down. And now that it's kind of dying down, I've got myself some carbon steel, some fancy bearings, and I'm going to make some throwing knives that are also fidget spinners and see if I like that. So let's get started. So I'm done shaping it to how I wanted it to be, and I'm just checking the balance on it, and it's just a hair off of center right there. Center should be, I can show you, center should be right about there. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting a couple tiny holes in this meaty part right here and here on the heavy side, and that should bring it to dead center. I managed to not hit the record button, but there's two 1/16 holes. So there we go, it's hardened. And just in case you don't know how the hardening process works, with O1 at least, there's instructions on the package. When you heat it up, the first time hardening, you heat it up pretty hot, 1500 degrees. And the way to check that is with a little magnet like that. When it's red hot, it won't be magnetic anymore and it won't stick to the magnet. And that's when you stick it in the oil. I did water. Don't be like me, do it right. And then after that, next step is tempering. And tempering is like giving the steel a massage after. All the carbon molecules in there are all hardened up and they're all stiff right now. And once you put it in your oven for tempering, whatever hardness you want to end up after, it kind of relaxes them and spreads them out more evenly in the steel. So the longer, the hotter you temper for, you'll lose hardness, but you'll get it ductility. It'll be more flexible after, but it'll be less hard. For a knife, I like to have a 62-64 around that, especially for one this thick. But if you want to make something like a skillet knife or a kitchen knife, maybe a more ductile one will be better for you. I don't make knives, but I took metallurgy in school. That's what I know. And I think I'm going to keep this discoloration from the heat. I think it looks cool. So these fancy $10 bearings I got are greased on the inside, which means they're good for industrial purposes, but not good for fidget spinner toy purposes. So we got to take the grease out. We're going to take it inside and run it under a fast stream of hot water and just keep spinning until there's no grease left and nothing left in there. Alright, the moment of truth. Get something flat and clean, ideally a piece of glass. And we're going to put some super glue, doesn't matter what kind of super glue, on the inside of where the bearing's going. Did I actually get glue inside the bearing? In the case that you get glue inside the bearing, I know you won't because you guys are much better than I am. But if you do, just take some paint thinner and move the bearing around and then just run it under hot water again. And it'll erase all this embarrassment and self-doubt and sadness. And then you'll be done. There we go, it's done. I'm really happy with it. I think I'll actually use it. I decided not to put the seals in since I like the way it looks now. And if you guys like this video, I'm thinking of making a sheath for it that you can attach to your keychain, and it will cover the bearing and the sharp tip. Other than that, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the video.